What's up, Bonners? This is your Bonner weekly video post for February 7th through February 11th. Just some announcements. I do have an Elmo Loves Counting sign behind me, so I don't want to hear anything about that at the meeting tomorrow. There's also a Harry Potter poster back there, too, for all these Potter fans. Real quick, junior-senior trip. Anyone who is going on the trip needs to start looking for info about Chicago, just so you guys can kind of figure out what you're going to do there. Remember that February 14th through the 18th is Service Corps Week, so if you can stop by the CAF and see what's new in the world of service, they've got something different every single day, so it should be pretty awesome. CLAs and January timesheets are all due this Wednesday, February 9th. If your site is not in Bonner Weber's yet, please talk to Matt as soon as possible. Our Bonner weekly meeting will be with the freshmen, and you will be talking about your freshman service trip. Sophomores will be discussing sophomore exchange in your weekly meeting. Juniors will be talking about their weekly meeting for February 16th, and the seniors will be working on the junior-senior trip. So basically, with the class meeting today, we're all going to split into our classes and kind of discuss those things. So that should be pretty cool, just a collaborative effort, what have you. One-on-ones in this week, so make sure you attend your appointment. There are not many makeup dates, so be diligent. That's what it says right here on the email. Visitation Day, big news, big news. February 25th. If you've not signed up to help, you need to contact Party Boat Tucker, and you can access him through his email at patucker@cn.edu. Remember that the regional meeting is in Nashville, February 26th. They will be leaving on the morning of the 26th at 6 a.m. from the Bonner Center, and they will return that night. There are some other small things. Let's see. Volunteers needed. Hoops for Hospice, a free throw and hot shot contest, Saturday, February 12th. Ages 6 to 12, from 10 to 12, and ages 13 to 17 or 1 to 3. And that's just for volunteers. I'm sure you could probably pick up some hours for that. Camp Hugs 2011, Friends of Hospice announces the 12th Annual Healing and Understanding Through Grief Support, a special weekend for young people in grades 1 through 12 who are grieving the death of a loved one. That's on April 8th through the 10th, 2011. And if you want more info, you can either contact their website, www.hospicefriends.org, or call 423-586-5284. Here's another announcement. It says, we want you to serve as a service project coordinator. They're looking for local coordinators at schools, universities, nonprofits, and other organizers to rally youth and volunteers to collect supplies, which will be used to create American Red Cross comfort kits on site during the conference. Up to the challenge, contact Emily at emily.a.long@vanderbilt.edu, or you can call her at 615-324-3500. Always access for some grant opportunities are always in the email. Let's just name some of these off. We got the Sodexo Lead Organizer Grant, applications for that, $2,000 for a planning grant from the YSA, Sodexo Youth Grants, which are $500 each to support youth-led projects. So that's 100 youth grants for $500 each. That's pretty sweet. Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance System, which is a resource for information on teens and young adults. It's kind of about local education and things like that. I know some of you guys advocate for that. Support for social justice programs in the U.S. and Canada. It's a Unitarian Universalist Association Fund for a Just Society, and they have a ton of grants here. The maximum grant amount is $15,000. However, most grants range between $6,000 and $8,000. That's pretty good. It's a request for review 2 times a year, and the next application deadline is March 15th. So check that out. Another one is the land conservation programs that are funded. National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, Acres for America. You can get grant proposals. Basically, you just have to have an action plan, and maybe all grant awards require a minimum 1-to-1 match of cash, so basically you'll have to raise the money and they'll match it 1-to-1. Let's see, grants assist needy children worldwide. The Dorothea House Ross Foundation, and they have grant awards for $1,000 up to $15,000. Contemporary theater projects supported, and that's a theater grant. And I'm seeing that they will give you need to establish a plan for them, and they will be able to help you out with that. Department of Health and Human Services, the deadline is March 15th, and that is a kind of a healthcare type deal. Support an alliance of providers to address longstanding unmet rural health needs. So Jefferson City, it's a perfect place to get started on something like that. And finally, the Environmental Protection Agency, Community Action for a Renewed Environment Program. It's the deadline for that is March 22nd. And it's access to the EPA programs. It's to help build the capacity of collaborative local partnerships, improve access, and address community environmental concerns with a focus on identifying, understanding, and reducing risk from toxic pollutants. So, you know, if you're into something like that, you can go ahead and check. This is your week's Bonner Weekly, and I'm Jake Miller, and you guys have a great